morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Rhypi here. I have no clue how much of that you heard of what I'm feeling that I did, but maybe it's just being silly. Because me just still trying out different voices to see what sounds good, what doesn't sound good, and then when I hear it in the, whether it's picked up on mic or my phone, it totally sounds different. Sometimes I'm like, oh, that's not what I meant for it to sound like. Oh well. But sometimes I enjoy it so much in my head that I hope it sounds good, but sometimes I'm like, I'm just doing it just to see how it sounds. And sometimes I think about when I'm eventually want to try to do more of my poetry readings of how do I want to do the voices for it, or do I want to ask other people to help me. It's one of those interesting things to think about. So I do know different people on the YouTube world now. But when I first thought about doing it, I just was like, let me see if I can do a deep voice. Truck, more truck, more truck. And then try to do somewhat of a female voice, but I know I'm not always the best one. But I'm like, oh, welcome in. Welcome in. What do you mean like that? And stuff like that. Me trying to do different voices. Sometimes they sound good, and sometimes I listen to it later and I'm like, not the best. But that happens sometimes when you do these streams. You never know what's gonna be good, what streams you're like, yeah. I hope all is well with everyone as we're just chilling on, hanging out. This one looks like shaping to be one that after 5 minutes is going to turn off on its own. Because sometimes it does that. If there's no engagement. But who knows for sure. But welcome in everybody. Hope all is well. Welcome in everybody, hope all is well as we're just relaxing and chillaxing on my drive going to my house. So far so good, BL bros. How's things going for you? For me, during the summer, I'm a summer school teacher, so we just got done for the week, so right now just in the middle of me driving driving home right now. How's your day treating you so far? What does BNL stand for if you guys revealed your names, or you just call each other BNL when you're doing your videos? Be interesting to find out how much delay I have, because I don't know for sure what delay I have right now, because it's one of those interesting things. Hello Evan, how are you doing today? Welcome in. Oh, what happened, Cookie? I thought you was gonna stream. Is it not working, or the game isn't doing an update on you? Hey, Ben Tater, how are you doing today? Welcome in. Understand that, Cookie, no worries. My day's going good, Evan. Just got done working, so right now just heading home. What up, everybody? Or how's things going? Depending on how you want to hear it. Welcome in. Thank you for the sub, Army 1987. Not too bad, Benatar. No, not Benatar. Ben Tater. Dang it. It was bound to happen. I said the way I said your name. At least it's only happened once in the 3 streams I've seen you. Understand that, Cookie. And I can always message you later, depending on and see what games you have, and see if you want me to try to play something with you to help you, encourage you to stream it. Because I know sometimes it helps is having someone playing the same game as you. Sometimes that helps. But the commute's going well. Right now we're about 40 minutes of the commute. No, 30 minutes. You have 35 minutes. I'm gonna start the first time. That this commute, it takes about an hour, sometimes an hour 10 minutes, depending on how traffic is, like earlier. So I had to wait in a long line of traffic. So I think I have about 20 to 30 minutes left to drive. So not too bad. And it just depends on how you want to do things, Cookie. Because at the end of the day, I know that things happen. No worries at all. No worries at all, Ben Tater. No worries at all. I just appreciate you and then telling me, even though I've known you for a while, how you prefer your name being said. But I know some of us that we want people to know our correct names, and some of us that we think it's cool that we have a different way our name is said. So it's one of those interesting things, to say the least, because I know sometimes for some people they don't want it to be that they have to worry about it being heard a certain way, and so it's like, wait, what? Why am I hearing that? Or for me, the weird part sometimes when I've been meeting some new people, because they don't see the gaming, they just see Rhypi with the G. Sometimes I'm Rhypi for some people. I'm like, how is that my name for some? And then I'm like, they don't see that it says Rhypi Gaming, but it's just one of those cases that's like, okay, I did not expect that. Except in different people's streams, someone who's new to my, who doesn't know me already, said that. I'm like, it's been like 4 people in a row. I'm like, how did this happen? And it's like, none of the people who already knows me will say, get mad at them because I tell them not to worry about it. But I know I've had one streamer almost got mad at them. I'm like, it's okay. I remember that streamer when he was about to go off on it. The person that was saying it, they're like, where do you see a pig in his profile picture? I remember about to get mad. I was like, calm down. Sometimes people don't see it. See the words together. Especially if they're looking at it from the phone. Like for me, when it's super dark outside, I have to constantly turn on the light in here to make sure I can see the chat. So for me, I do it where I have the dashboard on focus, so I don't have to worry about people's license plates being shown. Because legally, you're supposed to, if you're showing someone's license plate, you're supposed to talk to each person, being like, "Do you mind if your vehicle's in the video or in the live stream?" But by having it where the dashboard is in focus, not their license plates don't get shown, so you don't have to worry about it being that someone's private information is on a YouTube stream. So that's why I do that, to kind of protect people around me and to worry about if I need to reach out to them, being like, "Hey, you're in one of my streams, do you mind, or do I need to blur out your license plate?" But yeah, if I didn't worry about that, I know some people would rather see what's going on around me, but because I know eventually it's gonna come up if I ever do vlog style where you guys see me in the flesh, where when I'm in, if I go to a convention or a Comic-Con or whatnot, that it's gonna be the case that I'm gonna have to ask that every time before I let someone be in one of my videos or one of my streams for that reason. Because yes, most people sign in for the convention or the Comic-Con you're going to, but some you still want to get their permission to make sure they're okay with hearing their voices afterwards. In the future, Cookie, no guarantees when. Because since I'm a teacher, I sometimes don't think about doing my face reveal yet, just because I don't want it to be, if someone does recognize me, that they complain about me being a YouTuber and a teacher and getting paid to be both. I don't want to have to worry about that ever becoming an issue. / that technically, by reverse searching, that you guys can find the school I'm working at, and I have to worry about that people try to harass any of my students just because they get taught by me. So I don't want that to happen either. So it's like one of those weird things to think about sometimes, that I think about when I debate on how I want to do things. Inventor started eyes. Let's see if people will join and who will win the highs. Bum 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 bum. But yeah, it's one of those interesting things to think about, because at 500, when I hit 500 subscribers, I had a decent amount of people's like, "Are you gonna do face reveal?" I'm like, maybe, I don't know. And some people joke that I should do a subathon or donathon and say if we reach a certain amount, then I'll reveal my face on a later stream. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. But I know some people will say that people will strike you more once they know who you are face-wise, but sometimes I enjoy being someone that you guys just know because of what you hear or what you see. So it's one of those interesting things, to say the least. Everyone does things different on the internet for a reason. And it's just interesting to see how people do different things. And Ben Tater has won the highs. Bum, 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 bum. Congratulations, Ben Tater. You won 10,100 points. Right. Or that when I am doing a violent game, they're like, why is a teacher doing a violent game? Or a mature reading game, because I do any game that people vote for. Or, yes, the games I play aren't always mature rated, but that doesn't mean that people have to watch every single one of my streams. So it's that weird thing to think about. And it's why, for me, I don't just keep it. I know some people, they do it on every intermission. They do a thing have a banner going. It's don't forget to donate, or stuff like that. I only do it as the pin comment, or pin chat, excuse me. Just because I don't want it to ever feel forced. Because I want it to be, when you guys do it, that it's because you want to do it, not just because you hear the constant reminder to donate. That's crazy to me when I've seen over the years of whether me being a YouTube creator or just someone who's been in the audience, that hear so many people's sometimes that's how they get donations. I'm just I don't feel like I ever want to be that kind of person. Especially me being a teacher, that I don't want that awkward feeling. Sometimes I have asked when I was low on funds, when I was in between jobs, or when I'm starting a new job, sometimes I ask, but for the most part, I don't like asking, just because I know we're all buying no money, so I don't want to ask someone that then is oh, I should have done it. Yikes. And me having the self-conscious about it, being ouch, what can I do to help? Just one of those interesting things, to say the least. Let's see how long this takes, because I don't feel like going straight today. I feel like turning today. Sometimes I go straight so I don't have to stay in this line, but oh well. But how's everyone doing that's in chat right now? For me, I'm doing well, just relaxing and chillaxing. say I see those Q&A stickers that pop up as recommendation for me, and some of them I've done before, and some of them, when they ask the question, I'm just like, you're not asking a full question. Why am I getting this as a question? So I remember one time I just got food ? As the sample question. I'm like, huh? We're just chilling out and hanging out for those of us that are with me right now. Yeah, right now we're currently in a little bit of rain, but not too bad. And later on, when I'm doing World of Warcraft, it's supposed to be raining heavier, so we'll see how things go when that's going on. Football as well with everyone. But nothing like seeing people going to a liquor store on a Friday. I'm just like, I know some people, they say they do because that's how they enjoy their weekend, but I just don't see how some people, I understand why they do it, but some people, when they say that they have health issues and then all of a sudden I'm seeing them drinking something, I'm like, really? That doesn't make sense. Understand that, Ben Tater. The good news is the process of cutting it's not too bad. It's just trying to figure out what's the best way to cook it. Especially when you're used to not wanting to cook it because you enjoy all the other French fries in the world. I know some people, they like the bake option because it cooks it all around, but some people, they like the air fryer because it doesn't take as long. Indeed. There's some scary parts about being an adult too. Or it's one of those, in some places, depending on where you are, is knowing who not to talk to sometimes. Because I'm sure that you know a couple places in your city are like, I don't go this way for a reason. Nice. Yeah. I like both the air fryer and deep fryer, but right now, because of the current place that I'm renting for my family, it has white countertops, so I can't really use the deep fryer because without worrying about cleaning it every time, because I don't want it to spill and stains the white countertops. Because even if I put a cutting board underneath, that somehow we have to worry about it staining sometimes. Indeed, that's it. Indeed. I knew what you meant, potato. I knew what you meant. But that's why for me it's been interesting to think about, because sometimes when I talk to some of my friends I know in real life that are also on YouTube from time to time or Twitch from time to time, that sometimes they feel like they have to put an aura of who they are when they're on YouTube versus what they are in real life. But some people are just happy that I'm able to be myself no matter if I'm on or off the camera. And I think that's why a lot of people like me in some ways, because it doesn't feel like I have a filter, that I have to put a filter on me. That I'm just me. Because I don't like cussing, so you'll rarely hear me cuss. That's why whenever I say what people will say me saying cuss word by saying the S word, they're like, oh, you cuss. When I do say it, that's how people enjoy and make fun of it in a little bit, because when I do it, if it's not the game they expected, they're like, wait, what? Did he just say that? And like when I'm in the voice call, because we have it where I'm able to hear them, but you guys don't when I'm doing the gaming streams, when I'm talking to them. So sometimes it's the case there. I say it, and then people in voice calls like, oh, he said it. I'm trying not to laugh. Because I know you guys don't hear that dialogue. Because some of them don't mind being on the camera voice wise, but some of them, I don't want them to feel like they have to filter what they say. Sometimes I know they feel like they have to sometimes. That's why I still haven't tried to decide how I'm doing things for July 3rd, because I know some people are interested in helping. I know some people are only available during a certain amount of time, so I don't want them to feel like they're being displaced just because they're available. But I know some of them, they want to be placed because they want to help me out. Not really, because there's times when they're like, when I'm talking about something, at some point they look at me as like, you just got out of teaching, because they can tell that I'm still trying to explain something I'm saying twice. So they are like, calm down, you don't have to explain anything. Because that's the extent that I have to worry about sometimes. But other times, usually not, just because when I'm teaching, I'm usually staying myself too, because I don't try to just change who I am just because I'm teaching. I always try to show them many ways of doing something so they can see it if I know that's not going to overcomplicate it. But there's times when I just show one or two methods because it's a hard concept, so I'm not expecting it to be that they want to know more ways. Every once in a while they are like, do you have another way? And I'm like, yeah. But when I'm doing my streaming and stuff like that, sometimes when I'm explaining things, I have to remind myself, just say the first thing that comes to my mind. Other times I'm like, not sure. A lot of people do feel like with YouTube and not being on YouTube, there's a certain filter, but for me, I just want to always try to feel like when I'm talking to someone, it feels real. So. Alright guys, tonight around 9 o'clock, about 3.5 hours from now, we're going to be doing some more World of Warcraft, so hope to see you guys there. For those of you that are available, if you're not available, that's okay too. Understand that, Pentator, understand that. But just remember that we got this. And until next time, hope everyone has a good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when you're watching my stream, vlog, video, live, or reading any of my community posts. And like I said at the beginning of the stream, if you've been here for all parts, that I do have a 24-hour stream on July 3rd, so if you want to stop by, feel free to do so, and I'll be posting the schedule once things are more solidified of what we're doing. I'll see you guys then. Have a good one, guys. Peace.